Hello, beautiful Earth Angels. This is Jill Kempner, angel coach, alchemist, and author of Receiving from Your Angels. And I'm so happy to be here with you. This is day 5 of Gems of the Journey. And, excuse me, I have been sharing, well, first of all, who am I here to serve? I'm here to serve those highly sensitive, highly intuitive souls who are ready to take what is heavy, leaden, or painful in your life and turn it into spiritual gold. So to take the wound and turn it into wisdom. And we do that through the alchemy formula. We do that through the relax, release, receive process that I outline in my debut book. And so I was just listening for a minute. So my name is Jill Kempner, and I'm an angel coach. And as an angel coach, what I help my clients do is to heal the pain in their bodies with the love of the angels. And we do this through the relax, release, receive process. We do this through several healing modalities: angel Reiki, IET, crystal healing. And I basically just took all of my medicine, right, and put it into a coaching program. And I walk by your side. I said it really cool in my podcast yesterday. And I don't know if I'll be able to remember it, but essentially what I'm here to do is empower you. Like, it's an honor to channel the angels. And I know that. And I hold that, my ability, my gift, in very high regard. And it's an honor to channel my clients' angels. But what's even more powerful and more potent is when I teach them to channel their own angels. So I teach my clients how to hear, see, feel, know, and trust their own angels through a daily angel practice and through very specific spiritual tools. And honestly, it's pretty simple. The challenge, right, is the ego, the friction, right? The resistance that the ego creates. And I'll be talking more about that in the coming time. Frank, namaste. So yeah, today I'm talking about a gem. This whole month I'm talking about gems of the journey, and the gems that I received from all my hard, challenging experiences and initiations. But in particular, I've been unpacking my mom's cancer journey. And I've been unpacking what I've been calling the dash, the time between diagnosis and death. And I was actually intending, so I was at King Spa all day today, which is such a gift. And I gifted myself the time to relax and breathe and connect and get downloads and really be in the frequency of the alchemist, because the intention of these offerings is to bring the frequency of the alchemist. Through story, through sharing the gems I've received from the hardship and the difficulties and the trauma, and to bring an archangel activation. So today, the frequency of the alchemist that I'm bringing is this energy of neutrality. Neutrality, sovereignty, and non-attachment. So today I was going to go live before the spa, partly because the last time I went to the spa, I was like really tired after it. You know, I was sweating, I was releasing, I was like shedding. So I was just like, oh my God, I'm so tired. But there was some storm energy this morning and it just didn't work out. And so I got in the car and I was about to drive to King Spa, and I saw a note from the vet. An email from the vet, and I've been going back and forth with the vet about my cat who has diabetes, and just trying to stabilize her glucose. So they had asked a question, so I thought, I'm going to call them. And so I called, and I was chatting with the lady, with the worker there, and I said something poured in that I hadn't thought about in a while. And I said, oh, it's all just data. And and as soon as I said that, I remembered this whole entire experience that I had with my mom that I'm going to share right now. And it was like, oh, that's why I didn't do the live before I left the house. Like, I had to have this interaction with this person to give me this gem to let me know what I'm bringing today. So I was like, whoa, that was so cool. So let me explain the frequency. Let me share the story, and then I think it'll all just flow. So when I was first taking my mom to chemo, so my mom was diagnosed with bile duct cancer, and they, obviously recommended chemotherapy. And a big part of why she had to do chemotherapy was because the location of her tumor would not allow it to be surgically removed. And the nurse was wonderful. Everybody was. The doctors and nurses and everybody, she did receive exceptional care. There was a couple things that were off, but overall, she did really receive very good care. And so we were at the chemo office. The doctor's office where they do, chemotherapy, and you're basically in a room with several other people, so it's not private, and they do have curtains or whatever, but obviously it's interesting, right? And my mom has a chair, and we're sitting there, and the nurse said something that literally stuck with me till now, even though I forgot about it. And so let me slow it down. So, when you're having chemotherapy, they're looking at a lot of numbers, right? They're looking at tumor markers, they're looking at the white blood cell count, and they're looking at your platelets, which ended up being a really difficult journey for my mom because she had lupus. So she ended up, her platelets ended up tanking a lot. So back to my mom's getting hooked up, and the nurses, said something, and, I don't know, I was probably anxious about something or asking a lot of questions, or because I was getting nervous that the numbers, right, weren't good. So I started being these numbers aren't good, is this really working? I was kind of questioning her. And not only was I questioning her, I was putting a story, right? If the numbers aren't good, my mom's going to get sicker and die, right? I was putting energy and story on the data. So she said something so simple, so clean, and with love. She goes, it's all just data. And she looked at me, and she looked at my mom, and even though my ego resisted that a little bit, I did understand what she meant. And I now, reflecting back, I'm oh my gosh, that was such wisdom from this woman, from this nurse, right? This cancer oncologist nurse. Because what she was saying was, don't attach an emotion to the numbers. Don't attach a story to the numbers. It's just data. And she meant it with love. I could feel it. It wasn't oh, this is just data. Who cares if your mom dies? No. Actually, she was trying to calm me down because I was activated about the tumor marker numbers and the platelet numbers and the white blood cell count. I was these don't look good. What's going to happen? When she was okay, we're going to do something. And again, she said, let's just it's just data. And I remember feeling a relief and an emotion at the same time. But I knew she's speaking truth. because there was like this calmness that came over me. And I was like, okay, it's just data. And so the frequency of the alchemist that I'm bringing today is that, right? What story are you attaching? What emotion are you attaching to the information, right? To the data? Where are you getting caught up in the story? Where are you creating a story? Like I was creating a story, right? If the platelets are this, she's not going to be able to have the chemo. If she can't have the chemo, she's going to die, right? That was the story I was creating. And obviously that was going to be causing me a lot of pain. And so I'm so grateful for that nurse. I sent her so many blessings. And the energy, and it's interesting because last week I had an emotion code session from a really awesome healer. And we talked a ton about neutrality. Like neutrality was like this whole, and it's funny because my mom and my mom's ego, right? Like resisted neutrality. So I was, who's really ever neutral and what does that really mean? And people are really spiritually bypassing. They're not really neutral, like everybody, she just didn't believe in neutrality. And I was like, but I do. Like I believe in the Buddha and equanimity and finding that still center within you. And so that's what I feel like Raguel is going to bring today. Because I was like, well, who's the angel of like equanimity and neutrality to help us detach from the story, detach from the emotions, detach from the unhelpful thoughts that we're putting on the data. And I was like, okay, Raguel. The reason why I thought about Archangel Raguel is he's the angel of relationship harmony. He's the angel of justice and fairness, right? That fairness where everyone is equal, right? So there's this like shared humanity, shared equality. Like he brings that in, right? And we need a lot of that right now because there's a ton of division, violence, abuse, ton of stories. So yeah, we need neutrality. We need to find that still center within us. Another medicine of Raguel is divine order, which is one of the most powerful medicines available to us, right? Is like understanding that we're all on a journey. And it's a sacred journey. And there's a divine plan unfolding for our highest good and highest healing. And we, through our frequency, through our thoughts, through our emotions, and through our presence, can activate our highest timeline. So yeah, it's not selfish to activate your personal highest timeline, because then we're inviting others into their highest timeline. So Raguel, I hear him going, it's a win-win situation. So the gem I received, one of the other gems, was from this oncology nurse that said, it's just data. And she helped me in that moment to detach from the story that I was putting on the data, right? And on my mom and all of that. So I, again, blessings to her for teaching me something that day. And I'm just really like getting the gem of it now. So let's do an inner journey. Just a short inner journey with Raguel. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So I have blue, I have celestite here, which is the energy of messages. So let's get a message from the data, right? That actually uplifts us and helps us feel good. And also this is his color. Excuse me. Raguel is the sky blue light. Sky blue light. So closing your eyes if that's available for you, or just taking some cleansing breaths. And welcome the sky blue light of Raguel. Invite the energy and medicine of Archangel Raguel to surround your auric field, and let that sky blue light pour down your center channel from the crown through the third eye, throat, shoulders, heart, belly, down to the roots. See and feel this blue light filling your body with this calming energy, this harmonious energy. And then slow, simple, soft. So name it to tame it. What are you here to release in this sacred moment? Whenever you're watching this, whether you're here live, whether you're connecting with the replay. What are your angels? What story, what energy, what emotion are your angels inviting you to just let go of? Right? Set that intention. And so for me, I'm letting go of resistance, and then whatever is going on in my throat chakra, which seems to be a consistent issue for me right now. So maybe it's contraction or restriction and resistance. I'm like releasing resistance to what is, and I want to receive ease. So you set your intention. And so Archangel Raguel, thank you for guiding, surrounding, directing, and protecting us for our absolute highest good and highest healing. We welcome your equanimity, your harmony, your fairness and justice to just bless us, bless our minds, bless our hearts, bless our roots, so that we can step into equanimity, stillness, and neutrality. Thank you. And then just name your crystal clear intention. Name it to yourself. If you're watching this later, you can put it in the chat. And then slow, simple, soft, relax, release, receive. So begin to slow down your breath. Just let your breath be soft. Slow down the body, just relax. Relax your face, your brow, your shoulders, your belly. Slow down the emotional energy, the emotional waves, the emotional And part of that slowing down of the emotions is just knowing that there is room for all of you. All of your feelings, all of your emotions, all of your parts. And then for the mind, what I'm sensing, what I'm feeling and seeing is, again, that sky blue light of Raguel. So maybe your mind just becomes this cloudless sky that's vast and still and quiet. If only for a breath. Touching into higher mind, divine mind. And then we welcome spiritual relaxation, which is Raguel's medicine. So see yourself inside of your heart. I like to call it the heart temple. And you're standing on the center of infinity, touching into the quantum field, into timelessness, and into that, the timeline of trust, of benevolence, of grace. And then give yourself permission to release. I'm willing to release the story, the resistance, the pain, the drama that I'm holding within myself, that I may have picked up from someone else as a highly sensitive, highly intuitive soul. And just know that whatever you release and however you release, through your body, through emotion, through movement, through stillness, that it is sacred. And you can, yeah, it's sacred. So you're safe to surrender. You're safe to let go. You're safe to step into that next level of sovereignty, divinity, and neutrality. So Raguel is in front of you, and he's radiating his medicine of harmony into your heart and anywhere else you need it in your body. So just let yourself receive that. And then I see the scales. So his sacred tool is the scales. And he places your heart on the scale next to a feather. And he invites you to lighten up, lighten your heart, so that your heart is as light as a feather. And I just think that's so beautiful. So take whatever resonates with you from this. And we welcome a gem, right? What lesson am I learning from this pain? This story. For me, I was releasing resistance and like throat stuff. So it's like, okay, what am I learning with the throat congestion or irritation? What's a gem from this particular pain or wound or trauma that I am here to transform? I'm willing to receive a gem. I'm willing to receive the light, the gift of this. Beautiful. And now Raguel reminding you to trust your intuition, your clairsentience in your belly, the clairfragrance in the throat, the clairaudience at the ears, the clairvoyance at the third eye, the claircognizance at the crown. You can trust that your angels have your back. You can trust that you are beloved. You are the beloved one. You can trust that when you find that, here's what Raguel is saying, when you find your equanimity, your neutrality, your sovereignty from the story, the pain, the wound, you are changing the world. You are raising the vibration of the planet. Like, he really, trust that. And you can trust yourself. Okay. So we welcome that sky blue light to just pour over our aura, and again, fill those spaces and places within us where we released. And as we bring our hands to our hearts in prayer mudra, we bow to each other in our own hearts. We dedicate the healing that you received today to all our relations in all directions of time. Thank you, thank you. Namaste. Okay, that was awesome. I love that I don't have to plan these out. It's like so relaxing. And that just like living my life, you know? And I'm honestly, you know, I'm so grateful for all of you. I want to say thank you for your prayers and your love as I've been digging in and looking at that, you know, really intense and painful year. And it's already shifting. Like, I am like, oh, hey, Dawn, I'm already feeling so much better. And I'm like, I'm so proud of myself for doing this work. But I know that like, it's because of you. Like, I'm doing the work because I want to help you. I'm doing the work because I want to share and shine and glow up. So that, and also these gems of the journey is giving you a taste of the frequency of the alchemist. Slow, simple, soft, right? When we slow down and relax, we can simplify what we're releasing, simplify the releasing process. And then we can soften and receive, right? We're safe to be soft, tender, vulnerable, open, because love is the protector. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I was like so relaxed from that. Okay, I'm wrapping up. The Angelic Alchemist membership was a seed that was planted in my heart over a decade ago by my soul. And it was a seed, and then it was a little shoot, and then it was a little, you know, sprout, and then it was a tree, and now it's a blossoming cherry tree. And I am calling forth those light workers, earth angels, empaths, cycle breakers to awaken the inner alchemist within you. What do I mean by that? All alchemy is taking lead and turning it into gold, right? Taking the wound and turning it into wisdom. And me and the angels and I created a very easy, gentle way to go from lead to gold, right? And here's the message that I got from the angels about this program, about this membership, is like, it's time to lighten. It's time to get light. It was time to get light. Your light matters. Your light is powerful. My coach was just talking about this today. She did an amazing transmission and actually inspired like a whole set of podcasts for March. So I'm so excited about that. I have like my March podcast already ready, from slowing down. What did I do today? I slowed down, I simplified, and I softened, right? I went to the spa for I don't even know how many hours, 8-9 hours. I took the time to relax, right? To listen, to release, to shed layers, and to soften and receive. I received so many downloads, so much healing happened. Like, I'm just so excited. And I received all my March podcasts. What did I do? I listened to my coach's podcast. And I made the time to tune into my soul. And so the message is, we need to get light. This isn't spiritual jargon, okay? This isn't cliche. This is like actual work. The work is, we need to get light. So I want you to tune in. What does that mean for you, right? Put it in the chat, put it in the comments. What does it mean to get light? For me, what it meant is to, and this is what my coach was talking about today, it's like, tend to my inner light, my inner peace, my inner wholeness, my inner worthiness. that matters. So the message is you matter. Your light, your medicine, your gifts. And here's the other thing. Thank you, angels, because I knew there was a little piece of this. To me, get light is like, I gotta stop carrying around this freaking lead. I gotta stop carrying around the lead backpack. I gotta stop carrying the lead in my gut. The trauma, the PTSD, the abuse, the stress. So thank you for being a sacred witness of that. It's one workshop a month, one 90-minute workshop a month for a year. It's $222 for the entire year. And I did that intentionally. And yeah, they're virtual, but understand that it is more than a Zoom room, right? We're creating and co-creating a temple space for you, highly sensitive, highly intuitive souls, to come as you are and leave light, leave lighter. So come feeling broken, wounded, tired, exhausted, stressed, drained, whatever, all the things. Come as you are. And then leave lighter, leave transformed, leave rejuvenated. I mean, my prayer is that you're going to leave like feeling a million times better, right? Literally through no effort of my own, because I'm just going to be this beautiful channel of the angels, sharing in simple teachings, embodied teachings, and an awesome archangel activation, like a little taste of what we did today. So I'll put the link in the comments, and it's also on my website right now, jillkempnerhealing.com, and there's also a Facebook page. The first class, the first workshop, the first temple is March 18th. And I did that purposely because it's very close to the equinox. And then after that, all the temples are going to be on Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month. And I'm excited that we're meeting on the 18th and then again on the 1st. Also, the 1st is my brother's birthday, so I know April Fool's Day and April, that's like going to be like extra special, like healing that day, because I got a lot of angels up there and helpers and guides, right? And there was one more thing I wanted to say about that, so yeah, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for witnessing me. And I'm here to support you in lightening up. So I hope this resonated. Feel free to like it, share it. I have a public Facebook page called Angelic Cycle Breakers Community. And I might be changing the name because I'm thinking about putting like alchemist somewhere in there. But right now, I've been posting these in there, and I'm going to be doing some special things just for that group. So if you're not part of it, go there and hop on and join me there. And yeah, I'll be back on Friday for another gem. I love you. I bless you. Be well, everyone. Namaste.